Hello, Trooms. Oh, God, that was awful. Never mind. Hello, everyone. My name is Michael of Rolling a Double 20. And today we're asking, can you beat Cyberpunk with only a bat? Rules are simple. I can only use the bat to attack people. Oh, God, why is my game
Fine.
so choppy? Oh,
I just
oh,
needed a
no.
breather.
That would be why. One sec.
Come on, stupid. Oh,
Alright, I did my best to make this footage with as much of a playable frame rate as possible. Note I said playable, I didn't say it was good. Anywho, I put the game on normal difficulty and picked the corporal path. Street Kid would have also worked, as there is no combat in these two. Can't do Nomad because there is a gunfight in that one. Note, this will strangely become a running theme today. As for my characters and stats, this is what I chose. Me personally, I have no problem with tits, and I think it's fucking ridiculous to censor digital titties, but oh well. I will bow before the algorithm. Yeah, the frame rate was so bad my V threw up all over the sink. So we start out as a corp lapdog. Nothing much to this backstory, only thing to note is our boss throws us under a bus for a hit. Unfortunately, I can't help myself with the QTEs. So one failure for me, unless you want to count this as a cutscene. Lizzie's bar was quite awkward without the copyright music. After we lose everything, Jackie brings us to the mercenary world. We start our first job, and I
Not
decline
now, Jack.
the
No
tutorial.
time. Maybe later.
Trust me, there is
Sure,
many more
sure.
points where we will fail the
Mañana.
challenge.
Mañana.
So in order to craft a baseball bat and get this challenge started, we need 30 tier 1 components. I started by looking around, but I couldn't find enough. I tried to disassemble my starting pistol, but the game didn't allow me to. I then undressed and broke down all my clothes trying to get more tier 1 components, but alas, it wasn't enough. Having no choice, I did a non-lethal takedown to hopefully smooth over the fact that I have broken the rules. The good news is that breaking down this rifle helps build a bat, which makes no sense now that I think about it. I had to break the rule 2 more times, but I did get enough materials to build a bat. Yes, this means I am a naked girl with a bat, an LA special. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. I got a birdie on the first guy. Oh, wait, wrong sport. I'd say the bat was very effective, at least on these tutorial assholes. As for me being naked, the only clothes I could find after making my bat were these shoes. I am technically not naked
Jesus
anymore.
fucking Christ.
We find the kidnapped victim taking a Mexican style ice bath, and we brought some very nice looking nurses. We leave listening to one of the best rap bangers I've heard.
We don't believe in no fate. Every day digging the grave. Step in the pit with the snakes. City.
Suddenly, it's interrupted by gangoons. Thankfully, we don't need to shoot them. While they do get a few hits in, their driving sucks. Hope you guys don't mind me skipping car rides. With my first level up, I took the opportunity to look at the various perks. Obviously, the body attribute is my primary perk focus, but a few in reflexes for movement bonuses, and a few in cool. The only thing in tech that might be useful is the health boost. Spoilers, I don't think I put any points into that. Going to bed and waking up with a virus is always a fun time. If you're wondering, I did put some clothes on. I'm said I have to turn down Coach Fred, but the challenge rules, and I occasionally come back to him as he's the only merchant I know to sell bat crafting specs. I got bored on the elevator just before Jackie tells me he's lined us up with a fixer.
He's been off the grid for about 2 years. Word on the street was he took a little vacay.
2 years? That's exile, not a vacation. What the hell was he up to?
Even though V points out some weird things, we go along with it anyways. I cannot tell you how cautiously I drove this run. Normally my driving looks like this. Still, I managed to get to Victor's without hitting anyone. I pet the cat for good luck and get my first implants. When it came to implants, I got things to either increase my health or my melee damage. Taking a ride with Dexter, he explains the job is a heist that totally won't blow up in our face at the 11th. In order to prepare for the heist, we must meet up with the client and get as much info as we can, and get a flathead that was stolen by Maelstrom, aka Chrome Junkies. I do hack once for T-Bug side missions, and then I never do do that hacking mini game again. After fast traveling a few times, I actually started walking to Lizzie's and bumped into some goons. Four. Oh wait, wrong sport. The bat itself is a decent weapon. Well, this early on. I don't think you guys will mind if I skip the brain dance segment. In terms of beating people up with a bat, there's nothing here. But we do learn two important things. One, where the Pringle chip is. Two, we learn Evelyn plans to betray Deck and ask us for our help. I tell her no because I have a rep to think of. When it comes to getting the flathead, I called up Meredith, mostly to reward myself with something later on. For some stupid reason, I chose to drive to Mrs. Stout's meeting, meaning once again I had to be careful on how I drove. Anyways, we make a deal and I tell Jackie about it. I just noticed those stairs leading up during the editing. Motherfucker. I tell Jackie I plan to use Militech as a sledgehammer, and we enter the Chrome Junkie's den. Once the flathead is shown, we pay for it with the Militech chip. However, curiosity got the better of me, and I wanted to see the takedown Royce option. But my character pistol whips Royce, which was a little underwhelming. Oh well, let's reload a save. Go! Oh, wait, wrong sport. The good thing with the bat is that any charge strike tends to knock most opponents down. Although, with my build, I couldn't resist any hacking attempts, so I would occasionally get freaking blinded from time to time. If you're wondering, I did free Brick, and then continued to slaughter his followers. Or Royce's followers, depending on how you look at it. Anywho, next was Royce's boss fight. It honestly wasn't that difficult. Sure, he tossed me around a few times. While it was a long fight, I did eventually kill Royce. Stout congrats. Me, meaning I can get my reward later. I sold everything I picked up from Maelstrom and used that money to pay Victor. Hey, I already failed this challenge multiple times. I don't need to be judged too. I went to the afterlife with Jackie, and we had a funny joke before talking to Dex about the heist. Realizing I'm going to lose my bat, I pulled up the menu to make sure I could craft a new one. The last thing I need is to fail like in the beginning.
And I ain't going back.
Jackie ends up being right here, just not in the way he thought. We dump our weapons and head inside. I'm going to skip the flathead section again. It has nothing to do with hitting people with a bat, so skip. Taking the frozen Pringle chip, its owner, and a few others come just as we're about to leave, forcing me and Jackie to hide. Like we just got in trouble with our parents. Well, it turns out Yorinobu's daddy issues went unresolved, and with the Emperor dead, the plaza is on high alert. And I have to craft a new bat. I found out what it means to be Icarus, but unlike him, I survived my fall. Touchdown! Oh wait, wrong sport. And like a cyber psycho, I smacked my way through each floor and made it to the garage. But I entered a mandatory gun section, and don't tell me it wasn't mandatory, because the game killed me for not shooting. So let's count. 1, 2, 3. How many failures do you see? Still, those failures pale in comparison to watching your bestie die and your boss literally firing you. All in the same day. And we enter the first Keanu segment. While this first part is mostly a playable cutscene, the second part, I'll spare us the copyright silence. 4, 5, 6. Mandatory gun sections are a bitch. It was a little hard to tell how many I killed with the turret because of the explosions, but my best guess is 15 dudes and 4 turrets, so let's add 19 fails for now. I first tried running past these guys, but now the game requires you to kill them. And no, I cannot go into my inventory to craft a bat. The game will not let me. I hope you guys will accept a compromise, as I killed them with all my bare hands. 5 dudes to be exact. I didn't know it at the time, but NPC allies can kill enemies, so these failures were due to my ignorance. Again, I tried to run past, but didn't work. Killed 9 more guys, and watched the rest of the scene play out. We wake up in LA, and Dex pulls us out so Takemura here can put us through another mandatory gun section. This time with red, white, and blue lines, cause America. And of course, the game kills us if we do nothing. 7, 8, 9. No bat equals a crime. Brooke tells V that she is possessed by Neo and tries to liaison that info gently. Turns out waking up with John Wick in your head isn't a pleasant experience, especially since he thinks you kicked his puppy or something. Playing devil's advocate? I get it.
Why would I
Properly
do
returning
that?
to gameplay, I agreed to meet Taki and head off to upgrade my bat. Delamain destroys my car, but I'm not too torn up with it. I don't want to drive much anyways. Gonna skip the Tom's Diner part. All you need to know is that we need to find Evelyn and a man named Anders Hellman. While Taki goes to call up an old war buddy. Constantine says he's very sorry. I called Evelyn's girlfriend and she says they have issues. On the way to Judy's, I face my toughest opponent yet, barbed wire. I tripped while trying to jump over a barrier. That one trip symbolizes the run better than anything else. Talking to Judy, she points me towards clouds, another dollhouse. And yes, I walked slash ran there. Investigating clouds, I get a therapy session, and I learned someone remotely detonated Evelyn's brain chip. Cheerful. Getting into the VIP section turned a bit tricky. Yes, I know I could have gone on a killing spree and killed everyone, but that didn't sound very fun. My first idea was to craft a new bat and kill the bouncer in the bathroom, but that didn't work. So I then used my high body stat on this door here and used the elevator. I did get caught my first time. Oops. Tom here tells me to ask Woodman, the pimp, where Evelyn is. Sneaking to him took 2 tries. I'm not the best when it comes to stealth, and Woodman tells me he sold her to a ripper doc named Fingers at Jig Jig Street. Me and Johnny have a heart-to-heart. What, were you expecting another Reeves reference? I think those are hitting their point break soon. Anyways, I called Judy and told her to meet me at Fingers Clinic. Since I was here, I collected my reward for this Sandra case. If you're wondering, after interrogation, I killed Fingers with a bat. Part of the 1.0 version made itself visible. One brief investigation later, and we find scabs that are holding Evelyn. And I finally can go hog wild.
You really don't fuck around, do you?
Judy, can you move any slower? We find Evelyn and bring her somewhere safe. A few brain dances point us towards a gang called the Voodoo Boys. While we wait for Mr. Hands to get us an audience with the gang, I tried triggering Jackie's funeral. While I was waiting, I got my reward from Meredith. I paid Rogue and did some wandering and gang busting around, trying to trigger Jackie's funeral. Turns out my game was bugged. My first stop after Taki called. Don't ask why I was swimming, I was trying to get to the coyote. It didn't work. I took the fastest way to meet Oda. Anyways, Taki and Oda talk, and we drive to Wakako to get info on Hanako's parade. While I waited, I started to actively trigger Jackie's funeral, and one online post said to finish the first part of the Delamain quest. I don't like entering the Delamain HQ because...
Oh, my piece.
Turns out that didn't work. Well, for now, I went to Rogue to get info on Anders Hellman, and all we have to do is knock out Hellman's AV. And Rogue sends us to meet Pan Am's ass. After another butt-clenching drive, me and Pan Am make a deal. To help Pan Am get her truck buck, she'll help me take down Anders' AV. So, setting up one ambush later. Now, I could sneak around, but that didn't sound fun. KO! Oh, wait, wrong sport, but appropriate. Yeah, I think this bat needs an upgrade. I agree to help Pan Am on her revenge quest. Plus, I get more XP, so I don't mind. Besides, killing Nash and his goons wasn't any more difficult. Don't mind me, I'm just being a loot goblin. Next morning, Pan Am plans to take down Anders' AV by destroying the solar farm, causing an EMP. Destructive, but effective. I won't count this burst of mandatory gun sight section a failure, as I'm not attacking any enemies. I will during this next section. 10, 11, 12, 13, changing up my rhyme scheme. A few hiccups with the sabotaging the solar panels later, we blow the place up. And Panam shows off her big gun. That's not a euphemism, I swear. At least in this context.
That's how you do it.
And our reward is another turret section. I just want to hit people with my wooden club. And no, again, that's not a euphemism. 14, 15, 16, no run will ever be clean. I charged ahead to clear the wreckage, and was surprised to see the bat doing so much damage to robots. I know it's unnormal, but still I was a little taken aback on how easy that was. The only difficult part was setting myself on fire. After saving Mitch, we drive our motorcycles to find Anders. And this was one of the few driving segments where I wasn't worried about hitting anyone. Well, my ride somehow fused with this wrecked van. Thinking back, I could have just reloaded a save, but I just ran the rest of the way there instead. As for the goons, they weren't anything special. Well, except this guy trying to twerk. Unfortunately, your character will always pistol whip Hellman. But we bring Anders outside, and this was the last time I saw Panam, sadly. I'm already missing her big personality. We had a long chat with Anders. All he says is that he can't help you and that Johnny is trying to trick us. I leave Anders with Taki and let Johnny rant about corpos. After that, I went to Victor's to upgrade my cyberware. Again, I mostly focused on increasing my melee damage and my health. I even got an adrenaline booster for those moments when I'm near death. It was only after I told Victor and a while ago Misty about me hallucinating tarot cards did Mama Wells finally call me. So yeah, my game was bugged, and progressing down the tarot card quest is what fixed it. I did leave our buddy with a bottle if you're curious.
Then he got out of life. Rest easy, Tomb.
Time to meet the voodoo boys from Evelyn's memories. I make a deal with Placide. I take care of a hacker that they are having problems with, and in return, I get to talk to their leader about the chip killing me. Pretty crappy deal, but there's not much we can do. You know, normally in my experience, if you see a crazy woman charging at you with a bat, you run the fuck away. Not these guys, though, which is why they're dead. For a bunch of juiced up cyber gym pros and gals, the animals weren't really that tough. I had initially snuck my way to Sasquatch, the mini boss, but she glitched out. Now I could kill her here with ease, but I have a feeling you guys would give me shit for it. So afterwards, I reloaded it safe. I 4'd gold stealth and went on a killing spree, ending with a much more satisfying battle. Sometimes things were delayed because of my FPS. Overall though, this was a much more fun fight than the glitched version.
Think she's headed.
Netwatch cuts me from Placide and tells me I've been set up to be killed. I hear him out, then take him out. Turns out he was right though, and I failed the challenge again to punch Placide in the face. While I was recording, I just want to make it clear, I was under the impression dialogue didn't count, but thinking back, I think they should count. So, I had another failure.
I also saw his scans.
Talking to Brigitte here leads me to more of Johnny's memories. Mostly so we can grab AI Alt's attention. 17, 18, 19. This joke is getting old and mean. It was here I saw my allies kill a guy. With that revelation, I reloaded a save and let Rogan Santiago here do all the work, which took forever. Like forever. Oh, and don't worry, we have a mandatory gun section, because this game loves those.
They hit the car, we're fucked.
Oh, you don't like those? F you.
Car, we're fucked.
Attacking Arasaka, technically for the first time, I just ran around and let everyone else do the work. Like a true asshole. Then I took credit. Someone might want to inspect Santiago's chip. If you're wondering why I don't show everything, this is why. Anyways, we finish up the Johnny memory and talk to Alt, or at least her digital ghost. We make a deal and leave. Now, two things, it has been over an hour since I smashed anyone's face in with a bat. 2, the voodoo boys hurt my booze GF, Evelyn. So, batter up! Oh wait, wrong. No, that is the right sport, but not the right call out. While I did have to use cover, even Placide got to first base with my bat. I did have a fun time, but the relic, not so much. Forcing me to have another heart-to-heart with John. Re-meeting Takimura again. Next is a few more tasks, including this stealth mission, which took me more than a half a dozen times to do without getting caught. Plus, I couldn't do enough damage to kill an enemy in one hit, but once I made it to the terminal, I bonked my way out of there. After seeing my damage output was going down, I went back to Fred and bought a tier 3 crafting spec for the bat. Now it can accept 2 mods. Ooh. Also upgraded my crow models there, might as well. Time to kidnap a princess from her parade. Truly, we are becoming Inner Bowser. And my new tier 3 bat made quick work of these Arasaka toads. While dismantling mines isn't rule breaking, setting them off to kill an enemy
That
is,
would be all.
even accidentally. All that's left is this Oda boss fight. He wasn't too difficult, even though his camo mode was easy to spot. In fact, it was the fastest boss fight in this run. I did let Oda live, and considering the ending I went with, I think I made a good choice. Goro acts as Ganon and kidnaps the princess, and we escape, somehow not getting a 6-star wanted level. Still making it to the meeting spot, and what a surprise, they tracked us down. I take this small hold to save Goro. I'm gonna stop saying Taki because I'm reminded of a Soul Calibur character. Honestly, the biggest challenge here was the ability to fucking see. Still, the relic malfunctioned so hard the Arasaka soldiers just disappeared, and Hanako uses a doll to tell us to meet her at Embers. Then the relic phases me through a car, and I wake up with a hangover. I have a talk with Johnny again. Now, I know you guys want me to do the whole don't fear the Reaper. I'm sorry. I just do not want to grind up to level 50 for one ending. While my personal fave is the Nomad ending, that requires you to use a fucking tank. So, no go there. So after meeting Hanako at Embers, I called her later and took her sheeted deal. If you're curious, there's a few reasons why I went with the devil. One, it's so I never have to do it again. Two, melee is not my favorite way to play in games with guns, so I kinda just want to get this over with. Three, this is my first challenge run in Cyberpunk, so I thought it would be fitting to do the first unlockable ending, not including Phantom Liberty.
But they killed Jackie and now you're working for them?
Gotta say, hearing Misty makes my soul hurt. Man, I massacred the Voodoo Boys for making my boo cry, and now I'm making my best friend's boo cry. Yeah, I deserve this ending. My first task for Hanako is to rescue her, or kidnap her.
None of us
The
did.
only difference here is semantics, right? Again, I couldn't help myself. While they wanted me to sneak around, I said, F that. Home run! Oh, wrong. No, it's the correct sport. Yippee! I am the world's greatest goalie. Oh, wait, wrong sport again. Motherfucker! Why does Hanako look so evil? I'm sure there's no reason why the developers would make her look that way. I'm sure putting this delicate woman in charge will have no scary repercussions whatsoever. Like the fact that Saburo turned himself into a digital monster and this new Digimon is now using us to retake control of Arasaka. Oh, you see all this fog? Yeah, it's slowing my game down and there's no way to turn it off. I checked. Are you sure we're not living in a dystopia? Always having to buy the latest graphic card or miss out? After this extremely slow coup scene plays out, I rush to the elevator to save my CPU mostly. I did fight the rest of the way through the floors and met Adam Smasher, the final boss. And he was quite easy. All I had to do was walk around him and continuously hit him. Eventually, he did die. So this point forward, it's just an interactive cutscene where Hanako helps her daddy into her brother's body, which sounds weird, so I'll rephrase that. Hanako helps her dead dad possess her brother and rob him of free will. You know, I think I'm helping the baddies here. And the game punishes me with cheap jump scares. I do not have any revealing thoughts about this run, but so long as you keep yourself upgraded and upgrade your bat, you can definitely make it to the end. However, no, you cannot beat Cyberpunk with only a bat. This has been Michael of Rolling a Double 20. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.